One. Um. Oh, really? Boom. Boom. Mm. Boom. 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 Pleasant good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, checking in on a Thursday. Yes, it is. On a thankful Thursday. Thank you so much to everyone checking in, not only on the app, but on Facebook as well. Coming up in our last hour, we do a thing we call foreplay. Four songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. That's in our last hour here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. And throughout the night, we do a thing we call Who Did It Best? One song by two different artists, two different interpretations, two different performances. That's throughout the night here on Bedtime Stories. I want to wish a happy heavenly birthday to two people. One, my brother from another mother, Wayne Fields, and also to Walter Jackson, whom we'll feature tonight in Foreplay. I'm sure my sister Angie will love that. Anyway, let's kick it off. He said, I'm not a blues singer, I'm an R&B singer. That's what he said one night at a club. I said, excuse me, Mr. Davis, you know what the B stands for, right? Obviously not. From Greenville, Mississippi, by way of here, this is Tyrone Davis. Ain't nothing you can do. On your mind. Good evening, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Miss Hill, good evening. Come on in as they come in slowly. Yes, this is live tonight. I am live. I am here. Good evening. Good evening. My vitamin C cocktail. That's right. Happy heavenly birthday to the insane Wayne. Yep, my brother from another mother, like no other.
You're so pretty. Ladies, this is your man at night. Al Greer with Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio.
Mm. Yo, yo, yo. Mm. Weird. Ooh. Two in a row from the great Tyrone Davis. Are you serious? Right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Miss Hill, who's first in the chat line or on the chat line tonight in Facebook. She's the first. Usually it's either Barbara Jean or Deron Williams, but you beat them all tonight, Miss Hill, and I appreciate it. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, who did it best. Here's Will Downing and Gerald Albright. Stop, look, and listen to your heart here on Bedtime Stories. I think I'm doing watching this. Where is everybody else? I guess they figured it's Thursday. I wouldn't be on live. That's what it is. They're not used to me being on live on Thursday. So, surprise. I take it you like Will Downing. Okay.
Greer with bedtime stories.
Saw him in concert back in December. He was amazing. He was supposed to perform on Valentine's Day. Supposed to be him and Jeffrey Osborne. That would have been a hell of a show. Unfortunately, Will couldn't make it. No, was it Will that couldn't make it? Or was it Jeffrey who couldn't make it? Well, one of them couldn't make it. And Teresa Griffin came out and did an excellent show. Nobody missed either one of them. She got down. I am so proud of her. She performed that song one night along with Michael McDonald. It was a tremendous um, duet. I mean, man, Michael McDonald should get an award. He should be an honorary brother. We need to induct him, Robin Thicke, John B. Into like a certain category. They hate to be called Blue Eyed Soul, but it is what it is. But they sound like brothers. I don't care who who disagrees with me. Michael McDonald, John B, and Robin Thicke should for soul brothers category. Blue eyed soul brothers, or just you know white guys who sound black for 500, Alex. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Before that one, we heard Gerald Albright and Mr. Will Downing, whom I saw a few years ago in concert at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, along with my dearly departed brother, Dedry Jones, whom we miss as well. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. And in the background is Boney James and his version of Stop, Look, and Listen to Your Heart. This kind of music puts me to sleep at night. So, besides my own radio station, yeah, I listen to this every night. Nothing but smooth jazz. All right, who did this one best? Here's Ronnie Dyson and Love Won't Let Me Wait. Check out his version here on Bedtime Stories. Can we have the non live version? That's what I want, the non live version. Creep through your window pane. Creep, 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 creep. Take a little for myself. This is Ronnie Dyson's version. No live, no. Oh,
Hi, this is Dee Dee, one of Al's gals, and you're listening to Al Greer, Bedtime Stories.
the Major. That's what we are. That's what we are. That's what we are. Love won't let me wait. Me wait. It won't let me wait. Lady G. What's up? DJ Carl Dobbins. That is the original version from the album My Way by Major Harris, who had just left the Delphonics and got him a hit right away, right out of the box. In fact, it was his only hit. Love Won't Let Me Wait from Major Harris right here on Bedtime Stories. Hello to DJ Carl Dobbins and also to Janelle Majid, aka Lady G. She said, there are three people that recorded this song: Major Harris, Luther Vandross, and she said, I think Ronnie Dyson. But have you ever heard this version? This is John Legend's version. Can't get enough of a good song, right? Here you go, Lady G and Miss Hill. This is version number 4. I guess Chrissy Teigen's in the background on this one. That's right. John Legend. There it is.
Hi, this is Didi.
Henry Cooper.
Bedtime stories on WOSD.
Pat Westbrook. Good evening. Good evening. Creep through your window pane. How you doing, Pat Westbrook? That's good, Pat Westbrook. Say hello to Miss Hill. Miss Hill, say hello to Pat Westbrook. Henry Cooper, say hello to Miss Hill. Miss Hill, say hello to Henry Cooper. Let's see, copy. Where do I want to put it? In music. Creep through your window pane. What's going on, Henry? Kevin Brooks, good evening, sir. Always a pleasure. How's the weather down there? Speedo by the Cadillacs? No, it's not a love song. Unfortunately, I can't play that. No. Would not fit in with the format. Speedo by the Cadillacs. Came out long before you were born, Miss Hill. Long before. '51 degrees. Let's see, what is it here? 41. Yep. 41 here, 51 there. See text. Now I got to say this. Luther's version has more instrumentation in it. John Legend just doesn't cut it. You know, it's like he's cutting off the phrasing and everything else. It's like, no, John, no. It's a love song. It's not that sappy song that you made. And I gotta give it to Ronnie Dyson. Really put his foot in that one. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. Once again, reporting that Arkansas Red made his transition last week. He used to be on my live all the time. He would always, stop by and say hi. And a couple of times, he bought some food from Mrs. Greer back in the day. This had to have been like some 10 years ago, something like that. But thank you so much, um, and may you rest in peace. He left here a few years ago, went down to his home state, of course, of Arkansas, and had a house built down there and everything. I think he got out of the radio business. So condolences, of course, once again go out to Arkansas Red and also to Cicero Blake. His funeral will be this weekend, as a matter of fact, in Maywood. Unfortunately, I'll be in South Bend, Indiana, so I won't be able to go. I should have gone tonight to the viewing, but as usual, I just ran out of town. Ran out of time, that is, not out of town. Well, that too. Anyway, here's Curtis Hairston. You are my shining star. Saban Brooks, Pat Westbrook. I will take the 51 degrees anytime, sir. 51 degrees right now in Atlanta. It's 41 here. Okay, 10 degree difference. Okay, I'll buy it. 'You're my shining star. 70, 73 degrees. All right. That's what's up. I'll take that over the 51 and the 41. Mm-hmm. 'At the east of the Rhine. Good Lord. Yeah. He hadn't been at the east of the Rhine in a while. The last time I saw him was at WHPK. He was preparing to leave. I remember one night they called me in to do his show. He did a blues show on WHPK 88.5. And I remember the night I did his show, people were calling in. They're like, "Ooh, you should do his show all the time." I said, "Well, why?" He talks through the records. I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, that's his style. That's what he did. His style was reminiscent of uh, the good guys era. So, and he had a habit of talking about other people, dissing them on the air and in his newsletter. Yeah, he talked about everybody from Doug Banks to Tom Joyner. I'm surprised he didn't say anything about me. I guess I wasn't popular enough to say anything. I need some more water. Oh, yeah. Today would have been Mom's Mabley's 129th earthly birthday. She was born March 19th, 1897. Good Lord. Hmm. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Before they took them and did whatever they were going to do with them, I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." The lady who was gathering them together. I said, "May I have one of those?" And the one she gave me said Jesse Jackson Jr. on it. I said, "No, I just want that one." There's a story behind that. A few years ago, I used to do um, transportation for seniors. And there was a lady that I used to drive around, and one day, because usually, they would ride in the back, and one day I looked in the rearview mirror and she was staring at me. She said, "Baby, this is not what you do." I said, "Huh?" I'll tell you the rest of the story on the air. That is Ray Erskine Parker Jr. and A Woman Needs Love right here on Bedtime Stories. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and Pat Westbrook noticed on my Facebook Live that I have a Jesse Jackson Jr. yard sign. Yes, I do. I got it the other night when I did his watch party over at Haven on 43rd Street. They were gathering things up, and I said, "Can I, have one of those, you know, posters, yard signs?" And the lady went to, hand me one of them. I said, "No, not that one. The one that just simply says Junior." There's a story behind it. There was a lady that I used to drive around. I would take her to therapy, and one day she said, "I got something for you." I said, "Okay." So she gave me that sign. She said, "You're a junior, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." And I took it, and in moving, I don't know where it went, but when I saw it again the other night, I was like, I have to have it. So yeah. So she was such a nice lady. She became real close to me because the older people, when you drive them around, they have stories. And you know one day I was driving her, and she was looking. I was looking in the rearview mirror, and she was like staring at me. She's like, "This is not what you do." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "This is not what you do." I said, "Well, what is it that I do?" She's like, "It ain't driving." It's not driving. I said, "Okay." So I stopped driving. I kept in touch with her. I went to see her in the hospital, and she passed. I was trying to get Otis Clay to sing at her funeral. Unfortunately, I couldn't get him fast enough. I did attend her funeral over at Cage, and I never will forget her. She was such a nice lady to me. The rest of them were nice, but she gave me that yard sign and a couple of other things, and I was like, "Yeah, thank you so much, Mother Fort. I miss you." Here's Nancy Wilson. You're as right as rain on Bedtime Stories. Hope you like that story. Mm. It's a nice and sad story. Thank you. That play for a while. There we go. Okay, I'm back. I've been drinking water all day. I got to apologize, but that's okay. I feel great. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time, unless that's your thing. Anyway, welcome to everyone who's listening to me right now on Biggs Radio Chicago. I appreciate it. And of course, everybody on WOSD Radio, DB Chicago, WRLN Radio, a Rainier media station, WBOE, which belongs to Professor Reggie Miles, and My Jam Radio. This is not a contest. It's for opportunities. The Biggs Radio Chicago Music Seminar in South Bend, Indiana. Saturday, March 21st at 3 p.m. Hosted by Daniel Biggs and the team. From Biggs Radio Chicago at the BMW Post 360, 1307 East Jefferson Boulevard in Mishawaka, Indiana. Sponsored by Brandon Delk, U.S. Public Adjusters, Biggs Radio Chicago, WOSDRadio.com, Gero Craig Productions, and the Salvation Army. U.S. Public Adjusters, a team of licensed public adjusters based in Valparaiso, Indiana, serving clients in Indiana, Illinois, and Michigan. U.S. Public Adjusters' primary role is to advocate for homeowners and business owners who have suffered property damage from events like storms, fires, floods, water leaks, and other disasters. Unlike the adjusters sent by the insurance companies, who work to minimize payouts, we work exclusively for you, the policyholder, to maximize your insurance claim settlement. We typically help to conduct a free, thorough inspection of the damage of your property. We document all losses in detail, including hidden or overlooked issues that insurance companies might miss. We handle all the paperwork, estimates, and negotiations with the insurer on your behalf. There's no upfront cost to customers. The service from U.S. Public Adjusters can often result in a significantly higher payout than what clients would receive on their own, helping them rebuild faster and more completely. U.S. Public Adjusters, the superhero
Finding the big insurance companies for you. Call 219-219-8772 or email them at officeuspa@gmail.com or go to their website at www.uspaclaims.com. Call us today. We got you.
Indianapolis, get ready because real barbecue is back, baby. Garrett Smokehouse Barbecue, located right in the heart of the city in Indianapolis, Indiana, 5502 Emerson Way. They are serving up the flavors Indy's been missing. I'm talking about all of the bone ribs, tender rib tips, juicy links, and all of your barbecue favorites. And don't forget about them sides, because we need the sides with our barbecue. I'm talking about homemade greens, creamy mac and cheese, fresh coleslaw, potato salad, and those famous baked beans that will keep you coming back for more. Let Garrett Smokehouse Barbecue cater your next event. Call them 317-722-0506. And hey, when you call, tell me your nighttime girlfriend Kim Patterson sent you. Garrett Smokehouse Barbecue, 5502 Emerson Way. Open 7 days a week. You can't beat that. Call them 317-722-0506. Real smoke, real flavor, real Indianapolis.
Real Indianapolis. That's what the lady said. Tell them your nighttime girlfriend, Kim Patterson, sent you. I don't know if you get any free stuff, but hey, try it. Try it. You might like it. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Thank you so much for listening, and I ain't going nowhere yet. Trust me. Trust and believe. Since the other night when I was late and put on that rerun, I got to make up for it. So here's some more from Nancy Wilson. This is All in Love is Fair, originally done by Stevie Wonder on Bedtime Stories. Love's a crazy game. Got to hear it a little bit. That all in love is fair. Yo, Angie, what's going on? That song was played at Purvis Span's funeral, along with a video montage of a bunch of pictures and a bunch of memories. Someone to Watch Over Me from Nancy Wilson. Before that, All in Love is Fair by Nancy Wilson, written by Stevie Wonder. I didn't want to do a Who Did It Best with Stevie and Nancy. It just wouldn't have been fair. Anyway, this is not a fair fight, right? It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to my sister from another mister, Angie Martin Turner. Once again, for the, I think the third time tonight, here's Will Downing, and You Sure Love to Ball. Can love you good. So I can love you good. You sure love to ball. Sure love to ball. Yo, Angie, what's going on? It's nice and quiet in your house. Why is it so nice and quiet in your house, Angie? Let me guess. Everybody's gone except for the cat. Which was like that here. They're kind of loud here. You could probably hear them. I got the door closed all the way, and you can still hear them. My son's voice carries like mine does. Climb the walls. Him go home. Him not downstairs. Him not downstairs no more. That's a good one. He finally left today, huh? How about that? Mm-mm. If I can get rid of my house guests, boy, I tell you. I'm I'm going broke up in here. Whew. Okay. How did it sound? Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, Marvin Gaye, and You Show Love to Ball. Before that, Will Downing, whom my sister and Miss Hill love, and his version of You Sure Love to Ball. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. I guess my sister's over there celebrating. He's only been there for about a month. I mean, most women would not complain about having a man laying next to them, but not my sister, I tell you. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. With this from Angela Winbush and Ronnie Isley. Hello, beloved. Hmm. Hmm. Hello. Him gone home. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Angie. Shame. the, sh- the shame of it all. He left Wednesday. I needed some time to miss him. And now you'll get it. Now you will get it. Needed some time to miss him. Oh, ain't that nice? La da 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 da. La da ta ta. La da ta 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 ta. Sent my brother-in-law home, huh? Wow. Leroy.
He's the love doctor with your prescription. Al Greer with bedtime stories.
So, Leroy has gone back home. What you gonna do now? Get you a life-size pillow or something of him? I guess not. Oh no. I don't believe it. I'm back. I didn't go far. I couldn't. Oh no, I got pizza on my shirt. Uh-oh, Tommy Kimmel. So I was watching Grey's Anatomy earlier. It was like, it was too much realism. All the blood and stuff. Arms were open and faces were bloody and everything. Ugh. Yeah, it was too real for me. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. That, of course, the Isley Brothers featuring Angela Winbush and Come My Way. Before that, Hello Beloved, which is which was on her album, and also featured Ronnie Isley. Yep, when they were a couple. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, coming up in about less than 20 minutes. It'll be time for foreplay. But right now, remember this one? I'm sure you remember this version, but the next one you hear, you probably will say, wait a minute, where'd that one come from? Here's Stacy Lattisaur's version of Love on a Two-Way Street here on Bedtime Stories.
Spring, I have to say, it's the most beautiful time of year around here. You look out on the street, see the Hollywood Boulevard Spider-Man mating. It really is beautiful to behold. But for now, it is winter and it's hot. So we have Guillermo stationed outside right now. Hi, Guillermo. How are you?
Not too good, Jimmy. It's too hot here, Jimmy. How's the AC inside?
It's great. It's very cool in here. It's actually a little bit chilly.
No, here's super hot.
Okay. Hi there. How are you? This is why we do the show in Hollywood, folks. Right there. So Guillermo is going to provide a public service tonight. He kills like 100 billion people a day, and Guillermo is out there to cool people down with what, Guillermo?
With the hose, dumbass.
I don't know why dumbass was necessary, but all right, see if you can find somebody who wants a good hose down, right?
Hi, everybody. Come over here. Come over here. It's hot today. Come over here.
You probably don't have to tell them it's hot. They probably feel it themselves.
Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. Good. It's hot, right? Of course. You want to cool down? Of course, why not?
Can I just say, Guillermo, maybe, hi, how are you? Thanks. Guillermo, maybe ask them if they want to be hosed down before they get hosed down.
Next time, you know what? How are you? I'm fine.
Okay, and do you feel better now? Do you feel cooler?
Of course, very good.
Where are you visiting from?
For 12 days here in LA. I come from LA, from Germany.
Oh, very good. All right, well, welcome. Please tell everyone back home that we're nicer than we appear. Let's get somebody in there to dry them off. There you go. All right, give me a little. Okay, that's good. All right, Guillermo, you hang out there, you keep hosing people, and we'll check back in later, okay?
Sure, Jimmy. Whatever you say.
Okay, thank you, Guillermo. The temperature in Washington today was very pleasant outside. Outside in D.C., it was in the 50s. Inside the White House, it was very cold because President Trump met with the Prime Minister of Japan today. Now, Trump is hoping Japan will offer military assistance for his war in the Middle East, but instead the Prime Minister brought him 250 cherry trees to commemorate our 250th anniversary. This is a guy who paved over the rose gardens. What is he going to do with 250 cherry trees? He'll probably use them to build a Waffle House or something. But Trump very much wants Japan to support his war on Iran. He asked the Prime Minister, he asked her today to send us a Godzilla, and she said no. We often cringe when real leaders come to visit ours, but today I think we hit a new level of discomfort as FDRB's answered a reporter from Japan in an absolutely astonishing way.
Why didn't you tell his allies about the war before attacking Iran? So we're confused about two Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan?
Greer with Bedtime Stories.
Okay, great.
I guess we should be grateful he didn't do an accent. What is going on through that orange head of his? Let me tell you, there's no doubt in my mind that everything he knows about Pearl Harbor begins and ends with a movie starring Ben Affleck. And Israel yesterday launched a missile attack on the world's largest natural gas reserve in Iran, which led Iran to threaten zero restraint if that happens again. Zero restraint is not good news for the countries surrounding Iran. So Trump immediately moved to distance himself from this. He claimed he knew nothing about it, says he didn't know the Israelis were going to strike, but then sources out of Israel said they carried this out with the United States in coordination. So either he did know it and he's lying, or he didn't know it because he doesn't bother to read the intelligence briefings. Either way, it's amazing how one man can know more than all the generals and yet also know nothing at all when it's convenient. And this excursion of his that everyone in his world keeps saying isn't going to go on forever, well, the Defense Department just put in a request to fund the war for, are you ready? $200 billion. That's billion with a B. And insane with a D and a J and a T. Trump said this is a small price to pay to make sure we stay tippy-top. That's right. Our president uses the words tippy-top to describe our military. But I have an idea. I think instead of spending all this money on weapons to drop on people, why don't we just offer Trump $100 billion of it to go away? The way you he'd take it, right? Listen, Mr. President, you don't have to sell any more hats, any more Bibles. It's cash up front. Just go back to Florida and congeal. Even some of Trump's foxy friends have begun to question the wisdom of getting into a potentially prolonged and expensive military conflict, especially after he repeatedly promised not to. That means all the president's henchmen are working overtime now to try to sell this, including the world's largest living rodent, Stephen Miller, who took a break from pleasuring himself to ICE agents grabbing parents outside schools to offer this compelling explanation.
I know it's been 20 days, or we're in our 20th day now, but why is this taking so long?
Well, I would look at the exact opposite, which is how has this happened so fast?
That's right. From my perspective as an 800-year-old vampire, this has gone very, very quickly. And then Laura Ingram asks if they have any idea of who they might want to run Iran.
Is there anyone remaining that you think would actually, I mean, I don't want to say be trustworthy, or could be in a position to, quote, negotiate when it's obviously it's unconditional surrender? That's the only thing that we're gonna demand or tolerate.
The American military objective is to neuter the regime, to render them impotent.
He says that word like he's seen it written on his medical charts. You know, I should do a mix with both of those together, the Moments version and Leslie Valentine. Yeah, Leslie Valentine, who did it first. Love on the Two-Way Street. The Moments came in and did their version. Stacey Ladisaw did a version. Yeah, kind of like Love Won't Let Me Wait. So it is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, just about 16 minutes away from foreplay now. Here's the maestro, Barry White. He had other nicknames. One of them was the Walrus of Love, which he hated. It was like the Walrus of Love. That is like the ugliest animal in the animal kingdom, the Walrus of Love. But he did like the maestro, and so did we. His Love Ain't Easy on Bedtime Stories. Don't work out. Him had to go back to work. Tonight. No, no, girl. Not until we try. Ooh, we didn't get no nap today. Not until we try.
easy.
This time.
Hi, how are you? I'm excellent. It's very hot.
Ask him
Right?
where he's from.
Where are you from? Hamburg.
You're German.
Germany, yes.
Oh, the place is crawling with Germans.
Listen, it's real hot. Can I cool you down? Yeah. How? Oh.
It's a good thing you're wearing a bathing suit. I'll get that guy who's running by. Go get the bus. All right, there you go. All right, that's nice. A nice high five between you. Got a story for back home. It's an American custom. Hey, Guillermo, bring that hose in here. We'll spray the audience down.
Oh, Lord. Him gone home. Him gone home. That is so sad. Mm-mm.
Times just got better with the original peanut butter brother. This will be called Al Greer and Bedtime Stories on WOXCRadio.com.
Sure enough. Two in a row from the maestro, Barry White. You're the one I need, and love ain't easy. Almost time for foreplay. Right after this song from Mr. Luther Vandross. Boom. What a good time. Together, he used to be. Gotcha. Luther Ronzoni Vandross and Promise Me, or as his nieces and nephew called him, Uncle Ronnie, because his dad was also named Luther Vandross. Isn't that something? Unfortunately, his dad didn't live long enough to see him, become a global superstar. So, thus the song Dance with My Father Again. Remember that one? One of the only songs that got him Song of the Year. All the beautiful songs that he wrote, they were nominated, but none of them touched the judges like Dance with My Father Again. We are WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, taking you from the 8-track to the latest app. WRLN Radio, a radio media station. That's my nephew. And of course, WBOE, owned by Reggie Miles. MyJamRadio.com. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and Foreplay is next. Hello to Elaine Hampton. It is time for Foreplay. He was born in Pensacola, Florida, 88 years ago on this day. Raised in Detroit, grew up in Chicago. As a child, he became ill with polio. As a result, he used crutches for the rest of his life. He also was a member of a group called the Velvetones before turning solo, singing in Detroit nightclubs. After failing an audition for Motown Records, Carl Davis, who at the time was the AR man for Columbia Records, heard his powerful voice and persuaded him to move to Chicago in 1962. His first big hit was called I Don't Want to Suffer. Not a hit, but they called in Curtis Mayfield to help out a little bit. Curtis then wrote a song called It's All Over, which climbed the charts. Curtis had that Midas touch. He wrote songs for Gene Chandler, also his own group, The Impressions, and of course, Major Lance. So he had the Midas touch. So he wrote other songs for him, and he became a fan favorite here in Chicago. He made his transition back in 1983 at age 45 through a cerebral hemorrhage. I used to see him pick up his daughter every day from Horace Mann Grammar School over on 80th and Chappelle in his specially made van so that he could, you know, drive, pick her up, open the door, and not ever have to leave the seat. Tonight in Foreplay, we feature the great, the fantastic, the legendary Walter Jackson. Teddy Pendergrass once said that Walter Jackson was an inspiration to him. He was to him and to others. Here's If I Had a Chance, one of his last songs he recorded. If I had a chance. Let's try this bathroom thing one more time.
You're listening to Foreplay with Al Greer on Bedtime Stories.
So into you. Oh, you know. To a T. Your parents. Ooh, excuse me. Kimberly, thought you'd be in the bed by now. As soon as I shut this down, that's it. I'm out. Got to pick Kevin up at 9 o'clock. Like, why do we have to leave at because of the time change? So 9 o'clock here, I guess will be 10 o'clock there. But we don't check in until 12. I don't get it. I'm like, okay. Happy birthday. Oh, okay. So you go 3 a.m. Good Lord. Woo. Woo. Okay. Mm. Mm.
What are you doing here? She, financial director. What is this nonsense? It's my position. Not anymore. Hands off. Thank you.
I'll be around. Well, I will see you at the venue. And then we'll go to the hotel or the wherever. And then I'll take my nap. After that long drive. Not like I didn't drive long today. Woodridge was an hour as well. So just being another time zone. Excuse me. Happy heavenly birthday to Walter Jackson, who would have been 88 today. That is Magic Man, originally done by him. There was another version of Magic Man that was done, and that was a guy by the name of Robert Winters, and his group was called Fall. I didn't make that up, Kimberly. No, Robert Winters and Fall. And later on, when he made another song, he dropped the Fall part and just went with Robert Winters. Out of my hat, like that. My driver is picking me up at 3. Ooh, Lord. I hope you're going to sleep in the car and on the plane. If someone paid you $300,000 to watch one TV show for on repeat for 72 hours, which show would you pick? Ooh, one show for 72 hours. Hmm. One TV show. Power, maybe. Hmm. Mm. His name is Robert Winters. It's called When Will My Love Be Right? That was a follow up to Magic Man. Didn't quite chart as high as Magic Man, but it charted. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Meet us in South Bend tomorrow at the VFW Post. We will all be there on Saturday. As a matter of fact, we're going to decorate the place tomorrow. Wait a minute. I don't know anything about decorating. I don't know about nothing about birthing no babies. That ain't what I do. It's Wilbur Longmire. Just as long as we have love on Bedtime Stories.
10. Gladys Knight and the Pips, a literal family group torn apart by fine print. When Gladys went solo, a contract clause blocked the Pips from performing without her, damaging relationships that never fully healed. 9. The Platters. After Scandal and Tony Williams' exit, the name became a legal battlefield. Multiple touring Platters confused fans for decades, turning a legendary act into a trademark nightmare. 8. The Delphonics. Brothers William and Wilbert Hart fought over ownership of the name, creating rival lineups. The lawsuits lasted longer than the group's musical peak. 7. The Drifters. Manager George Treadwell owned the name and fired the entire group overnight. Replacement singers recorded the biggest hits while originals were erased from their own legacy. 6. Martha and the Vandellas. As members left, Martha replaced them and eventually controlled the name. When originals sought reunions, they were shut out of the spotlight entirely. 5. The Spinners. Philippe Wynne demanded top billing and quit when denied. The group thrived without him, while his solo career faded tragically. 4. The Isley Brothers. A trademark lawsuit split brothers apart when Ronald legally secured the name, blocking Rudolph from using it. 3. The Supremes. Florence Ballard was pushed out as Motown shifted everything toward Diana Ross, leaving Ballard restricted, broke, and forgotten. 2. The Temptations. David Ruffin's ego and chaos got him fired at their peak. His life spiraled afterward, ending in a bleak cautionary tale. 1. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Teddy Pendergrass sang the hits but didn't own the name. He left, became a superstar, and the group never recovered, making this the ultimate credit versus control implosion.
Well, you never get too old for something to happen, and more excited than anybody else, because this is like a dream come true to me because I don't have a high school education and I've taught myself how to play, and it's a dream when you wake up and say you must have been good enough for somebody to invite you to be here. I want to thank everybody who made it possible.
Top 10 soul bands that betrayed each other.
Whew. Made it just in time. The B side of Then Came You, Dionne Warwick and the Spinners, or the Spinners and Dionne Warwick. It was on both of their albums. Pick of the Litter was the name of their album, and I think it was Track of the Cat, which was the name of hers. But anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. They were elevated, I guess you could say, by the great Tom Bell. They reached heights that they couldn't reach while they were at Motown because they were like a second or third tier group. You know, they were like right up under Gladys Knight and the Pips, unfortunately. But fortunately for Gladys Knight and the Pips and the Spinners, they were able to, reach higher heights when leaving the company and going with different producers. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Once again, hello to Elaine Hampton, who's listening in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Let me get that right. Kalamazoo, near the Independence. I'll be around.
How are you? I'm fine. I'm excited. I'm anxious. Tell us who you are. My name is Robert Finley. Where are you from, Robert? I'm from Winsboro, Louisiana. How old are you? I'm 65 years old. 65 years old. And I take it you're going to be singing for us. What got you into music? Well, to tell the truth, I was a carpenter all my life, and I lost my sight due to glaucoma. So music was always a passion of mine. So I say I had to lose my physical sight so that I could see my true destiny.
Hmm.
And what song are you going to be singing for us? I'm going to be singing an original song tonight called Get It While You Can. Amazing. Well, we can't wait to hear you. Let's hear it. You might not be able to see us, but I hope you can feel us. I feel it all over. We can tell there's so much passion, and this is a dream. With your talent, you deserve
Hendrix Hart, son of Kevin Hart, commits to Tennessee to run track. Kevin Hart is now the proud parent of a Tennessee athlete. His son, Hendrix Hart, has committed to the University of Tennessee to run track. While Kevin Hart built a career as a comedy superstar, Hendrix created his own lane in track and field. The Sierra Canyon School senior in Calabasas, California, will continue developing his sprinting talent as a Tennessee volunteer. Hart proudly shared the news with his 176 million followers, celebrating his son's commitment to run for Tennessee next season. Proud of you, son. The sky is the limit, the 46-year-old actor wrote. Continue to raise your personal bar. I can't wait to see what you do next. We all love you, champ. Hendrix is
Adore you, darling.
Some nights call for a little ceremony, the kind that will reset the whole.
Mm. I had another song I wanted to play behind that, but I think that will suffice. Adore from Prince from the album Sign of the Times for Monique. Good night to Kimberly Patterson. Also to Miss Hill. Thank you so much, as always. My sister from another Mr. Angie Martin Turner. Miss Hill, thank you so much. Pat Westbrook, Kevin Brooks, Henry Cooper, Carl Dobbins, and Janelle Majid, aka Lady G. Saturday we'll be in South Bend, Indiana. Actually, I'm leaving in the morning, so I'll see you in South Bend on Saturday, all right? Looking forward to seeing you guys. I'll be the sound man. I ain't talking, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just going to be behind the scenes. So, and I want to send a message out to Jesse Jackson Jr. In my book, sir, you are still a winner, brother. You are still a winner. Like your daddy always said, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. That just wasn't for you. You have something greater coming for you. That's okay for your brother, but bigger and better things are coming for you, brother. I guarantee you. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Once again, good night, Monique. Mm-mm-mm.